Can you, for a moment, play back? And I have it on my phone. I will be surprised if you don't have it. And I've told the Minister of Information to play it back on NTA to replay President Obasanjo's statement in 2003, where he said anybody that comes out and he carries OPC label, he should be shot at sight. Any of you remember that? If you don't, I will send it to you, distribute it, and I challenge you to play it in your electronic media. President Obasanjo, in a nationwide broadcast, said Nigeria should be shot at sight. If they are OPC, they should be arrested, and if they resist arrest, they should be shot. He didn't even say if the OPC carried ballot papers. If you are just OPC, that was death penalty. And Atiku was Obasanjo's number 2. This is a nationwide broadcast that we have. I have it on my cell phone. People are distributing it. I ask you, you have a duty to remind Nigerians that this man was a number 2 citizen to that guy. I also know that you have not forgotten that Atiku was the vice president when President Olusegun Obasanjo, as he then was, sent Nigeria soldiers to go and kill and maim and burn down a whole village in Udi in the south. I'm saying Atiku Abubakar was number 2 citizen when his boss, and there is no evidence that Atiku protested against it, when they ordered the killings of people in Odi and even in Zakibia in Benue State. Just to say that they have never valued life. Our president, as a general who fought for the unity of Nigeria, can't afford to see armed thugs killing or threatening the Nigerian electorate. That is the essence of his statement. But Atiku, being a beneficiary and being used to the deployment of thugs as a way of manipulating, discouraging voters, or maiming and killing voters, as has happened before. Play back your editorials, your news coverage. In 2003, how many Nigerians were killed? I have just told you that in my own election, on April 14, in Edo State alone, in one spot, 3 people were wasted at Oba Primary School. Play back, this is a statement of fact. And Atiku was the vice president at that time. So I'm just saying that they have a history of wasting Nigerian lives, and therefore they can't come out and try to twist the honest statement of our president, who says to Nigerians, go out and vote. Thugs will not be allowed to harass you. Thugs will not be allowed to shoot at you. And anybody who tried thuggery will be dealt with squarely. He did not say shoot at sight. Whereas Atiku and his boss had cause to say shoot at sight. No people carry ballot boxes. If they are just identified as a particular, coming from a particular part of the country, they should be shot at sight. And you know, Atiku and Obasanjo never won election in the Southwest. They never won. So they had to use violence to be able to win. And what should dismantle violence? PDP has no history of winning. And incidentally, the South Side is referring to things have changed. You have seen what is going on in Akwa Ibom State. You see what is going on in Cross River State. You see what is going on in Delta State. For the first time, PDP will not be able to write results. Nobody will be able to write results. PDP, APC, and any other candidate will have to win every vote. This is the first time PDP is going to contest election without being the commander-in-chief. And that is just their headache. That is just their headache. How will they conduct election when the Obasanjo cannot call the chief of army staff and say, I don't want to hear this story. Go and make sure you read Oshomole out, let him go to court. That is the arrogant manner with which they used to pronounce in moments like this. And here you now have a president that says, I want the people to go and vote. I don't want anybody to disturb them. Anyone who decides to resort to thuggery, who wants to shoot, who wants to perpetrate violence in order to discourage voters, he will be dealt with. Do you have a problem with that? If you give instruction to your security gate man that anybody who wants to jump into the wall and break into your house, that he should be arrested, only a thief will protest. So because Atiku has been used to thuggery, he's used to using the children of the poor for thuggery, he's totally uncomfortable. So I affirm that we stand with the president in his commitment to guarantee free and fair election, free of violence, free of manipulation, and free of cheating. it will be one man, one vote. Atiku will have only one vote. He can do nothing about that. And President Muhammadu Buhari will have only one vote. Nobody can do anything about that. I, as chairman of APC, I have only one vote. And even secondus cannot have second vote. He has only one vote. And there is nothing they can do about that. And by the special grace of God, around this time on Saturday, Nigerian people will have made their decision in full peace and freedom.